Hello everyone, welcome back to Liquid Talent TV. Today we're joined by Gene Gurkoff, the founder of Charity Miles. Gene is an excellent human being, a better husband, and a pretty decent friend, I must say.
Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it.
I can always rely on Gene. Whenever I need something, like, Gene, I need something, he's like, Gene's right there.
Thank you.
Gene's right there. This is the shirt today. I'm liking this new look.
This is the dark side of Charity Miles. And we like to get a little creative with our logo, mash it up a little bit.
That's cool. So Gene came into my world when I was at Google. We had lunch quite a few years ago at this point now.
Yeah.
And I was just so inspired by Gene's story. Gene comes from an amazing educational background, an amazing family, had a real kind of like for-profit world that he could have gone and crushed. And he took a moment and said, I want to make the world a better place, and I want to use technology and a vision for good to do something a little bit different. I think Charity Miles is a different kind of story, right? Tell us a little about the story. How did you go from pre-Charity Miles into Charity Miles?
Well, thank you. Definitely making me blush. So as you know, I used to be a finance lawyer.
Right.
And working on Wall Street. And when I was in law school in 2002, I started to run marathons to raise money for Parkinson's research in honor of my grandfather. And I always wanted companies to sponsor me, but they would never do that because I'm not a celebrity. Well, now I'm a celebrity because I'm on Liquid Talent TV. So there we go. But I figured if I could get enough people like me together, then collectively we would have the clout of a celebrity and companies would want to sponsor us. And that idea was always germinating in my head. And I was practicing law, and I was running marathons for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, and mobile phones came out. And I realized that there was a huge crowdsourcing power in mobile phones, and every company wants to connect with us on our mobile phones. So if I could get all of the people like me together on one end of a mobile phone, then potentially companies might want to come in on the other side to connect with us, and we could take that money and move it to charity. And that was how the idea came about, and it's been 4 years since I had that idea. It took about a year to get Charity Miles up and running, and we've been launched since 2012.
Yep.
And it's been
since 2012. Wow.
It's been amazing. Like, we started the first day that we launched the app, we had 30 people use it, and now we've got over 130,000 monthly active members who are really active. And
130,000
monthly active, and every day it's like 25 to 30,000 right now.
Wow.
Which is like bigger than most marathons.
In any given day.
Yeah.
You're having basically a marathon activity.
Right.
Now, going back to the story, I didn't realize your grandpa had that disease. I think that's it's a very intimate, personal thing. Do you want to solve Parkinson's? Was that like a big part of this? Was like I think this particular disease, or because I know you support other organizations now too.
Yeah, so we've got over 35 amazing charity partners in the app. Obviously, Michael J. Fox Foundation is one that's very close to me, and I don't think that I am gonna solve Parkinson's, or that's not, but we can help, and we're honored that we're able to help lots of different causes. So we work with organizations like Stand Up to Cancer and ASPCA and Habitat for Humanity and the Alzheimer's Association and Charity Water and Wounded Warrior Project, Feeding America. So whatever cause speaks to you, that we've got an amazing charity that's doing groundbreaking and really world-changing work for. And what I've noticed too is that I've realized that it's about more than the money that we're raising, because even though we've moved over $1 million to charity so far, which I'm very proud about, and I think that we have the potential to move a lot more.
You moved over $1 million since 2012. Wow.
And I think that we have. Thank you. I think ultimately what I realized though is that when you walk with a cause in your heart every day, it changes the way that you see the world. And I've noticed a change in me, because I was just a runner, and I thought of this as like a way for me to earn money by running. But I was also, because it's my app, I use it to walk everywhere. I walked here with it half a mile or whatever it was from my office, and I realized by doing that every day, my priorities in life changed, and the way that I see the world changed, and what I ordered for lunch changed, and how I am with my family and my friends changed, and I feel like I have better empathy for people that I've never met, and I'm more aware of things in the world. And I think that to me is the most exciting, is if more people are walking every day with a cause in their heart, and they're internal lens on the world is changing like that,
Yeah.
I think that impact will be far more transformational than any amount of money that we can raise for any disease or cause at all.
So when you're walking a half mile and you're walking for hunger or Parkinson's or whatever the cause may be, what is this specifically? Are you thinking about the good that you're able to do, or you're thinking not about yourself? You're thinking, what do you think that actually is?
I don't know. I think it's a lot more subtle than that, because I'm not like walking over here thinking about hunger the whole time that I'm walking for Feeding America. It's not like I'm like meditating on hunger.
Right.
But I think it's just that simple act of intention of, then my mind wanders to everything else that I have. But like that simple act of intention, I think just makes me more aware of things when they come up. It makes me more aware when I see a person that might be struggling with hunger. Or it makes me more aware when I see trash on the ground, or it makes me more aware when I see, somebody that might have a tremor in their hand. So it's a lot more subtle, and I'm pretty excited by that, because we hear from our members all the time. Like this one woman emailed me and she said, "Hey, I love Charity Miles. My son Griffin is 5 years old, and he says Charity Miles every day. All he wants to do, he like runs around the coffee table doing Charity Miles." And we went on like a 3-mile hike, which is the farthest he's ever gone. And when we came back, it was 2.8 miles, and he like ran around the car to get it over 3 miles. I'm like, that kid, just that vision of what that kid is going to grow up, and like the lens that he'll have on life will be so much different than the lens that I grew up with, that it makes me really excited to think about that kind of impact.
That's incredible.
And I don't know like how it'll happen. I don't know what it would look like. But it's not going to just be dollars for a specific cause.
And I know a lot of you know about Charity Miles, because there's 130,000 users out there and 30,000 monthly. So probably you know about it. But if you don't know about Charity Miles, take a step back for a second. What is Charity Miles? It's a mobile app. How do you use it? What exactly is it?
That's a good question. I should have started with that.
I should start with that.
So Charity Miles is, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to describe Charity Miles in a new way that I thought about.
Okay.
Charity Miles is more than an app. Charity Miles is a tribe, and we are people who believe that we can change the world by changing the way that we walk through it. And one of the ways that we do that is with our app, Charity Miles, which you can download for free in your Apple or Android Play Store. And it allows you to earn money for charity whenever you walk, run, or bike anywhere. So you can choose from over 35 amazing organizations, like I said before, and as you walk, run, or bike, you are sponsored by companies like Humana, Johnson & Johnson, MasterCard, CVS, Cigna. These are companies that want to connect with you and have a relationship with you, and they want to spend their advertising and media budgets in a way that is actually productive for the world. So they take the media budgets that otherwise might go into pop-up banner ads and annoying us, and put them into Charity Miles in a way that's actually supporting us, and it's actually just better for their business too, because we feel much better about those companies than if they were serving us banner ads. And it's all helping us make a difference for all these causes that we care about. So it's something that you can do every day. You just walk through life with it and help great charities make a difference for all the things that they're working on.
I love that you can change the world by the way that you move through it. That's such a cool thought and philosophy. But what I really love about Charity Miles too is that it's about your own personal health as well. You're more encouraged to bike, run, or walk through the world rather than the subway or an Uber or taxi. Like, you're more encouraged to do that, so personal fitness goes up. And then also with this whole empathy thing too, that's now evolving into the company and the ethos and what you're so thrilled about and what you're seeing from your users. It's just really tremendous. When I first had that lunch with you, Gene, there was only a couple of charity partners. Now there's 35. How do charity partners become involved?
They reach out to us. We kind of have a blessing and a curse right now of having a lot of charity partners that want to be involved, and it's an honor. And we're just working on having the resources and the infrastructure to add everybody. But if you are a charity partner and you would love to be involved, just email us, support@charitymiles.org. And there's also a link on our website to an application that you could fill out, and that way we got you on our list and can be in touch when we're ready to add more.
So brands sponsor Charity Miles. Charity Miles then puts the cash into these 35 different organizations. You are a for-profit entity with an overall mentality of a for-purpose organization. That's the vehicle.
Exactly.
Talk to us a little bit about being for-purpose.
So for-purpose, I think, is a brilliant saying that was coined by a friend and one of our charity partners, Adam Braun, who founded Pencils of Promise, which is a wonderful organization that you could walk for with Charity Miles. And he talks about how an experience in which he used to be in consulting and private equity type world, and when he started his organization, he found himself speaking with people, and they would ask him what he did, and he'd say, "Oh, I work for a nonprofit," and their brains would shut off because they didn't really care about nonprofits. And he realized that it was really not the right way to describe what he did. Like, most people don't describe what they do as a negative.
Right.
Like Delta Airlines doesn't say, "We're in the non-ground transportation business." And, right? So, and also, like, whether or not you make a profit or not is inconsequential. Like, there's lots of really good companies that do good in the world, and they make a profit. And there's also a lot of companies that make no profit. You know, most startups make no profit.
Yeah.
And they don't. We're on.
It's okay.
And lots of 501c3s don't do any good in the world. So whether or not you're making a profit really isn't the important question, but what is your mission that gets you out of bed in the morning?
Yeah.
And there's lots of different tax efficient vehicles for making that mission come to life. And whether or not you're registered at a 501c3, you should really think about just what is the best vehicle for you achieving that mission.
Awesome. Great explanation.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Thanks.
Shout out to Adam. What's up, man? Come on the show soon. So Gene, you're an entrepreneur, right? It doesn't matter what kind of status of tax class you're a bona fide entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur in this community that people look up to. People that are watching Liquid Talent TV that think about being entrepreneurs, that one day want to start a company, they see themselves as entrepreneurs, maybe they're not quite there yet, maybe they're at Bain, or maybe they're at the law firm that you were at, or maybe they're at Google, or whatever it may be. What are some suggestions and some kind of tips and tricks and life advice to get someone from a more corporate, reality, the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday reality, into something that's a bit more undefined, risky, and uncertain?
Save money.
That's step one.
Save money. Pare down your life, cut your overhead, and also volunteer and just get involved in other either organizations, whether they're charities or businesses or whatever, just so you can start learning while you have a paycheck and you're steady, and just dedicate yourselves to them in whatever free time you have, and that way you'll learn and you'll see the opportunities arise. Like, I never would have seen the opportunity or had the idea for Charity Miles if I hadn't already been so active with the Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Right.
And then because I was so active with the Michael J. Fox Foundation, whenever one of the partners at my law firm was doing, on the board of Habitat or something like that, I would do the legal work. So it got me more involved with them, and it gave me the perspective and the connections to actually think of and then start Charity Miles.
I love that.
So just get involved now while you're still at your job. Don't just jump and think that you're going to figure it out, but start to figure it out now and lay the groundwork.
Yeah, be curious and explore. Yeah, fantastic advice. Gene, so 2016 is kind of coming up now. We're in October, thinking about next year. What are some of your goals for 2016? Where do you want to see Charity Miles at the end of that next year?
It's a good question. Part of what I've realized with Charity Miles is that the wind and the road can lead you in so many different directions. So I think more in terms of systems and processes rather than a defined goal. Because if I say I want my goal to be here, I might miss the fact that there's a really good road that takes me to somewhere even cooler over here. But we're trying to set up, make Charities a more habit-forming app to get all the people who use it to run on a weekly, monthly basis, to use it when they walk every day.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the most important thing, is creating the culture in which people walk with a cause in their heart every day, and creating an app that they feel like is delivering them the types of rewards that they want for doing that.
Awesome. For the people out there that are inspired, that want to connect, Gene, what are the ways to find the company, to download the app, and to get in touch with you and your team?
Okay. So we are charitymiles.org. Everything is at Charity Miles. Twitter is at Charity Miles. Instagram's at Charity Miles. Facebook's at Charity Miles. And Pinterest is Charity Miles. So we're there. We'd love to hear from you too. So thanks so much.
Yeah, the Instagram handle's awesome. I love watching it. It always makes me smile. Whenever I see the photos,
thanks.
They're just awesome,
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene, for joining us on
Thanks for having
TV.
me.
It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, check out Charity Miles. I use it all the time. It's just a really kick-ass organization.
Thank you.
And best of luck to you, buddy.
Thanks, and best of luck to all of you. Take care.
Thanks.